So, Gilbert, legit, the amount of people on the website and the amount of spots we have left does not correlate. I don't understand. What's up, Dom? How's DayZ going for you, my friend? After last night's gaming stream, it makes me want to go back to DayZ. I'm going to be honest with you, but I wanted to switch it up. Just got done eating dinner. Nice. I'm going to wait for breaks to fill up. Just hang out. If everyone on the website right now grabbed a spot, the website would be sold out. I'm not even kidding right now. I don't know what's going on. All right, another spot on the feast. But I will wait. No problem here. It's rough. Started Wednesday, so you're behind. DayZ can happen like that, dude. That's how it goes sometimes. All I know is like the big game I'm waiting for, Tets, is probably Gears of War. I've been I've been hyped ever since I saw the trailer, but it's not till October. Not even kidding. If everyone on the website grabbed one spot, the website sold out. Like literally. But perfectly fine waiting. I'll still honor the PSA giveaway. I think people are starting to get the memo because I saw a couple carts. I feel I feel like people are kind of sleeping on the whole God Pack thing. People are just sleeping in general because you know we just had release. But way too long, you might miss out tonight. That's all I gotta say. Perfectly happy with waiting though. But yeah, Gilbert, I was pretty disappointed with. You would think like I stopped playing that game for a while now. It's been like what we played. I think I've played like 3 days wipes, two on my own, and then one with Tetsneck, or two with Tetsneck. Oh, absolutely, Gilbert. That's exactly what happens. People that were picky about Hidden Fates are now asking for me to put Hidden Fates in the breaks. And that's assuming they even find packs in the wild. That's just how it goes. Yeah, but people do. I'm not too worried. I will continue to wait tonight as long as it takes. People be dragging their feet sometimes. Oh, for sure. All right, another spot on the feast is taken. I think it's halfway there. I mean, I'll just lay out the feast now if that's what's going to fill first. Oh, I mean, I ain't moving until it does. I love feast too much to not do it on a Friday. John says, "Good boy." Thank you, John. I appreciate it. Okay, a lot of spots just got taken across the board. If you sleep tonight, you're gonna miss out. That's all I gotta say. Two, two, and two. Feast is almost full. Brick 1 is almost full. And I'll still give away a PSA card tonight, and I'm adding a PSA card To the feast. But Gilbert, one thing I will say is on Counter-Strike, it just doesn't matter. As soon as the sniper's in my hand, good things happen. That's one thing I'll never fail on. But it does feel like it's gotten, like, progressively worse, which kind of sucks. Means pistol. I hit a couple 6 shots. That is for sure. But I don't know, dude. Maybe Sea of Thieves will be the answer for now. But I feel like Sea of Thieves is like not in the best spot either. What would be really disappointing is if like Gears is a flop. Do you? Assassin's Creed Black Flag. Alright, we got 2 spots left in the feast. And that'll give plenty of time for the other breaks to fill. Thank you for grabbing a spot, John. What would be the 3 options? What, for like different games I could play? Gears of War comes out in October. Would I ever try zombies again? The problem with like the Call of Duty games is like they die out so fast. Like I feel like we got like a solid month of zombies and then it was just dead. I'd replay like Black Ops 2 Zombies, but they relaunched it only on PlayStation. It's such a waste. I don't know why they just didn't do it across the board. I know why they did do it. It was like to like try and entice people to play PlayStation, but it didn't make me want to buy a PlayStation. Play a Pokemon game? I mean, that's an option too. Just play Daisy. John loves Daisy, dude. He loves to see the carnage, and I don't blame him. It's just the server that we play on, John, it's good for a week and then it dies. Like, it's just nobody logs on anymore. People got straight up squirrel brain on that game. Or at least on that server. Sea of Thieves? I mean, that's twice or three times I've seen Sea of Thieves suggested. I'm not against it. I'll definitely try it next gaming stream. And honestly, I play solo anyway, and Tetsnick could just tag along for the fun if he wants. You could just literally join my session. I gotta give myself something to go for in Sea of Thieves, though. Otherwise, I'm gonna get bored. The PvP mode is where all the cheaters are. So, like, I don't think that that's a smart move. But also, like, mindlessly chasing ships turns into, like, a boring stream, too. But I do love messing with people. You get the explosive barrel and just, I mean, that's the signature for me. I get an explosive barrel and I set it off on an enemy boat. It's always a good time. All I know is like Counter Strike is like dead. I'm not touching that game, and I don't blame people who stop playing that game because it's they don't do anything about the cheaters, and it's like it's gone on long enough. If they don't do anything, the game deserves to die. All right, we got one spot left on the feast. Un. And two spots left on break one. Every spot gets you entries into the PSA giveaway tonight. Daisy, you prefer? I mean, it really is the best. It really sucks though that like the server doesn't last more than a week that we play on. Wonder if they fixed the Ground Zero server. One of those servers we used to play on, I think has like huge population. The problem with those servers though, Tets, is all the loot is literally in the top left corner of the map. That's not fun. It really isn't. No one fights anywhere other than just top left corner of the map. I'll have to look around. I'm gonna do some homework on DayZ servers. Because it, like, we should have another option, even though I do love the lab servers. It's just that they need to change. One spot left in the feast and we can start opening. Come on, come on. The glowing feet. That's true. But we also left Tets because, like, the server was like, it was pretty one-dimensional. There wasn't, you couldn't find fights anywhere. I feel like, at least on the labs, like, the action was, like, pretty much everywhere. But it's only for a week, and then after a week, it just dies. I don't know why. And it's consistent across the board, Tuts, because it's like, it happened on solo too. When I was playing the solo server. One spot left. That's it. On the feast. Who's going to be the last one? Last spot could end up being another like a PSA card in this break, or a God Pack, which could turn into a booster box. Can't tell you how due we are for a God Pack. I want one so bad. Like, when we played day one, Tuts, of this last wipe, that was awesome. I was finding people in the middle of the forest, like, just randomly, from how many people there were. I think that might be last spot taken. All right. Tet said that's it. God Pack is coming. All right. First, or the smaller bricks, all are very close to being full as well. Which we should get those filled up too. So we're going to start with break number 4 and more than likely just go back in order. And Juan, I know you're in here, dude. You popped off during a release, pop off tonight too, probably. A universal pack? Do you mean a god pack? Not a Universal Studios pack, dude. This is the wrong channel, though. Tats, are you gonna play Gears with me though, or not really your game? Because I played Gears like when it first came out. When I was at my buddy Kyle's house, that's all we did. Even I remember like not only we played, but like his two older brothers played. Should have played some Halo. I did play Halo. Halo, Halo literally imploded. Gears of War? Yeah. Gears. Oh, it's so much fun, dude. You miss wall bouncing shotgun kills? I miss when you picked up the sniper, you had to like press a sequence of buttons and you could do a weapon slide where like when you picked it up, your character slid around. And that's how you avoided getting headshotted by like the opposite sniper. I really like that aspect of the game where like the enemy team and your team like had their own sniper spawn and you had to like try to be like the first one to the spawn and it was always either you get the headshot and the kill or you died. There was also a glitch in the second Gears of War. The second Gears of War, they added the shield where you could only use a pistol with it, but you would get protected from majority of the damage. And there was a glitch where you could equip the shield and still use like a big weapon, and the shield was like invisible. I used to do that all the time, dude. I love that. There's just like a lot of different aspects to that game, Tets, that like were so unique. Also, trainer. Like grenades, you could if you melee with them, you could stick them to your enemies. You could throw them, or you could stick them to a wall where if somebody ran by it, the grenade would go off. Well, yeah, if you use the chainsaw, people just automatically called you noob, which respect. If you used the chainsaw, it was like you were just a bad player. Dark. I think there was one other Gears of War game that came out before this one, but I don't know how well it did. I never played it. Psychic. But yeah, Gilbert, were you not around when I played Halo? Like, yes, it's coming out in October. That's what I was talking about, Jalen. Like, I would already be playing that, but it's not out yet. And it's E-Day, so it's like a prequel for the story. The problem, Gilbert, was the MMR system in Halo was just built to make you not be able to climb. You had to lose 10 normal games to be able to gain rank in ranked mode. You have to. That's what I'm saying, Jalen. Like, as soon as I saw it, I was like, automatic. Like, I'm not only going to play the story, but obviously the online. The trailer hit me in the feels when I saw it. I was like, oh man. Nah, I never got on the GTA train for like the newer ones, like 5 and whenever 6 is supposed to come out. It's because it's all RP. It's really good, dude. I think if you like pre-order it, quote unquote, I think you get like a bunch of perks, and I'm a sucker for those. So I'm surprised you never played it, Tets. Is it because like you didn't? Were you PlayStation, not Xbox back then? Because it would have been 360 at that point. Because like at one point, Gears was like bigger than Halo. I do remember that. Big into COD. I mean, I was in I was in grade school, 100%. I don't know if COD was like as big as it was like when it was like Modern Warfare. Water. And Jalen, like one big aspect, I don't know if you remember, was if you had the best internet connection, they didn't have server side game hosting. They were like piggybacking off of people's connections. So if you had the best internet, you were the host, but that gave you an advantage over everybody. Like your shots landed faster. People called it like the host shotgun. Whenever, if you were host, your shotgun would like always win the duels. Oh, you guys were little cheaters then. I thought Rayquaza just spawned. You gave me a heart attack. Dude, I even remember like the map names. Canals was one of my favorites. Fuel Depot. I'm trying to remember which one had the boom shot in the middle with like the little walk up like veranda thing. How do you have a Master Ball? Did I miss out on that? More trainer? I'm just happy I caught Entei when it spawned. Hammer of Dawn, dude. Come on now. I didn't even have to think twice about that. Hammer of Dawn was like, if you didn't know what you were doing, you ended up killing yourself pretty much every time you used it. I don't think the starters spawn. Also, last hit of this break, it's this PSA card. We got 2 spots left in break number 1. And 2 and 3 have... I know 2, I think, is over halfway full. They don't spawn the final evolution of starters, I think, because you looked at all of them. The revolver in that game was a one-shot headshot, too. And then, like, you had to, like, learn how to use your active reloads. Because if you did an active reload, you had a damage buff for, like, a couple seconds on your bullets. That was, like, another big thing. I loved using the grenades, though, and just sticking them to walls, and then when people chase you, you just lead them right into it. Psychic. Dark. Another game I could mess around with, too, is like the community game where you catch the Pokemon. You can also battle on there. And I was actually, like, starting to get pretty good on there. I just need to, like, round out my team a little bit more. Active reloads always killed you, especially mid 1v1. Yes. I didn't like the Locust assault rifle. I felt like it was always worse than, like, the human one with the chainsaw. I'm trying to think of like other. Oh, Torque Bow, dude. Torque Bow is 10 out of 10. You could bounce the arrow you shot out too, like to go around like a corner. Darkrai. We did get 1 gold. Okay. Jordan, looking good for you. I'm a big fan of this version of the card. It's nice. The green kind of pops. Okay, colorless. That, like I'm telling you, is clean. You're precious. 7 more event catches and you get a clone Venusaur. Yo, trainer. Going off. Torque Bow was really good. I'm trying to... There was the Boom Shot, which was... I think you only got like 2 bullets. But you could get like a squad wipe if people were standing near each other. But like, what I liked about Gears was it was kind of Counter-Strike style, where it was by round, and if you died, you had to wait till next round. But some of those rounds, dude, they get really intense. If it's like a 1v2 or even a 1v1. Or at least down them, pretty much. Also, another good gun to accidentally kill yourself in that game. Dude, I remember the announcer. If you were a human, you got like the colonel, and the colonel would roast you if you lost. Whenever me and Kyle talk about it, he's like, I hope your mother and your father, I remember it distinctly. It is the funniest thing ever. I think I used to play either like Coltrane or oh my god, I'm not gonna remember the brothers. They look like Power Rangers, but like there's a brother in every game. I can't remember their names or their last name. They all have the same last name. And there's one that dies every game. Someone in chat who's played Gears, please tell me. I know on Horde I'd always play the grunt with like the goggles on. I was just watching gameplay and I remember, like, it's on the tip of my tongue, dude. I can't think of it. Fighting. A lot of hits so far this break. Yo, big hit for electric. One, very nice. It's not an easy alt to get. Juan, you're always popping off, dude. Hopefully I can, for once in my life, pull the gold Gardevoir and not like my 20th gold Lucario. Now that I think about it, it's kind of messed up I haven't seen a gold Gardevoir yet. Mega Evolution's been in every break. Carmine, thank you. Yes. And there was like literally 3 different brothers for the 3 different games. Thank you. Thank you for doing that because I would have had to. Is Cypher Ball a good one for that? I'm going to copy you, Gilbert. I thought Cypher Ball was dark. You may have just baited me. It's psychic? For sure? Gilbert, if you're wrong, you baited 2 of us. I thought it was dark. Okay. It's like an 80% catch rate, I think, if it's properly used. It's psychic and fairy type? No, I'm saying... I know that's what Mr. Mime is, but like, what does it give you a boost for Cypher Ball? Oh, for real, Tats? That's awesome, dude. Gonna be a soccer player. What movie is that from, damn it? Oh, gonna be a soccer player. I can't remember. I want to say it's an Adam Sandler movie. Is it Billy Madison? Really? I guess I'm on it, dude. I just rewatched all the Deadpool movies. Because I'm perpetually out of stuff to watch. And I think, honestly, the unsung MVP of the Deadpool movies is 100% the cab driver. I forgot how funny he was. Dopinder. Was laughing like an idiot today. Blind Al, dude. Which is honestly hilarious. Do we think Wolverine Deadpool was probably the last Deadpool movie. It might be, I think. I'm kind of I'm kind of feeling like it's like the superhero genre is kind of done, which is it's sad, but it's like I feel like they can only do so much now. You don't think so? I mean, I would root for another one. Deadpool 4 is going to happen. All I know is like it's going to be very hard to one up the last one. Doomsday makes me sad though because we didn't get a proper movie with Kang. And I'm pretty sure Kang got cleared of whatever he was accused of, and Disney's just not going to bring him back. It's really annoying. Thor will get killed off. Kang, yeah, but it's not going to be the same actor. I can't tell you the amount of times I've rewatched Loki, like the show. I think that might be one of the most underrated shows. That's what you read last time? I mean, I hope it's him because he plays that part so well. But gonna get killed off, right? That's so stupid, dude. Literally one of the best characters that they made that could have honestly carried them for another, like, bunch of movies. Every single scene between Kang and Loki is 10 out of 10. I could rewatch those so many times. Water? All right, time for dessert. God pack, here we come. That was preemptive. I shouldn't have did that. They wanted to throw in the scene where Thanos gets. I think they just. The wrong people are making the decisions for the direction that the movie should go. Because, like, isn't the, like, the original dude, like, Happy, the dude who plays that character, is one of, like, the main reasons why Marvel was such a powerhouse. Forgot his name. And I don't think he's involved anymore. At least not to the degree that he was before, if he is. I thought I remembered reading that. Three-hour-and-a-half first part movie. Dude, 3.5 hours is a long time. Like, how long was Endgame? I feel like Endgame was definitely up there. maybe 2 hours, 2.5. 3.5 hours is like, that's bold. Endgame was 2.5. That makes sense. But I feel like that was like, it was still like, there wasn't a dull moment. They got to make 3 hours like very engaging. Also, Trainer is the last hit right now. Still Trainer. Yeah, but like, how can Doctor Doom be a bigger threat than literally an infinite amount of Kang the Conqueror from alternate realities? Like, that I don't understand. That doesn't make any sense. Jon Favreau, yes. Yes. Fighting's the last hit. You took it from yourself, Tats. Still fighting. Packs left. Captain Hydra. I guess you have to be pretty well versed in the comic books, because this is like where I'm unfamiliar, even though I've seen every Marvel movie like 100 times over. I thought I did. Maybe there's a more extensive trailer now. I had hope when it was Kang the Conqueror. Now I don't know. I think they finally like maybe reached their plateau. Last hit is fighting. And that is Tats. You got the graded card. With the last spot. And what did I say before the break started? I said that last spot could end up being a PSA card. You see what happens when you listen to me, dude? Good things. I would never lie to you. There's a new trailer. I'm going to have to watch it. Did we fill up break one? Because there was like 2 or 3 spots left. And it's still what's his face playing Thor, like the dude who always played Thor. I was gonna say like Henderson or something. I can't think of his name. It's been a long week. All right, Tats, let's see what you got. That is very, very sick. That's a base set Charmeleon PSA 8. Very, very nice. That's not a card you see every day, dude. That's like, you got to appreciate that. It also made me upset that Charmeleon in the show just like straight up hated Ash. Never wanted to listen to him. Then he ended up giving away his Charizard. Imagine it was a Charizard. If that was a Charizard, I think I would be doing something incorrectly. Not that I wouldn't want to give away a Charizard, but that's a lot of money. But still, Charmeleon is still worth like a lot. These PSA cards that we had and that we have for either giveaways or bundles or breaks, they're not to be like slept on. And I'm still giving away another one for tonight. I'm not sure which is like better if you throw it right away. If it's quick ball or fastball. Also, Juan, very nice, as usual. I mean, everyone this break popped off. That's a beauty when you mix these sets together. So there is an electric Pokeball. I don't think I have a magnet ball, though. All right, brick number 1 is the next brick that was close to filling. It might be full already. I'm going to check right now. I'm also going to lay it out. Absolutely. Feast was very good. And then I put a PSA card in the Feast and base set Charmeleon. 2 left on 1. Let's try to fill up brick number 1 then. 2 spots left. How's it going with you, Ian? Back up to break 1, ladies and gentlemen. Been playing Siege? I'm honestly, dude, I'm very surprised that Siege is still around because I played it when it was in beta. And then when it made it out of beta, it was unplayable for a month. And I uninstalled it and I just never touched it ever again. How many unopened packs do you think are under your roof? I don't know if I'm like at liberty to discuss that. A lot. A good amount. But I do like you came back to Siege after like 3 years. I went from like the game in alpha or beta like being really sick to like when the game launched, everyone at spawn would just die. Like on my team, from the enemy team just like shooting us right when like the game started. Like during preparation phase. That was happening like every game. 1 spot left. All I know is like we were talking about it earlier, Ian. I am going to play Gears of War so much when it comes out. That will be 100% my commitment. I really hope it doesn't suck like I think the last one may have. But maybe they clean it up and live up to the hype. One spot left. You're excited? I mean, I played, what was it, Black Ops 8 or 9? Everything may have just filled up. Let me check. Or a spot was taken in each. One filled up, and the remaining two are halfway full. We could fill all of them up tonight, dude. Let's just do it. More entries for a PSA card. You never know. All right, one's good to go. The one with like the newest zombies, where they had the two maps, and then they had like the map with the sword that came out. The Battlefield games, what ends up happening with me is I literally just take the quad bike and I just keep strapping C4 to it and running it into enemy tanks. Which honestly, there's nothing wrong with that. It's pretty funny. What did we play, Tets? What was it? Black Ops 7 or 8 with the zombies? Because I didn't touch the online at all. I literally bought the game and only played zombies. Black Ops 6. Really? That seems like a low number. The zombie, like, I really wanted to play zombies again. I really liked that zombies, and then it kind of died like within a month. I don't know why. Do it. What games have you been playing, Gilbert? Or have you just been playing vicariously through me? I guess you play Pokemon Go. I need to print this list. I also need to randomize. That would be good. Juan says, give me trainer, please and thank you. Let's see if I can do it for you, dude. The last spot. Juan, you're welcome because you didn't want trainer. But let's be real, Juan. Whatever spots you get end up popping off. So it's like, why are we even pretending like anything otherwise is true? Kind of like how whatever break you're in, dude, the list is off the screen because you got a very powerful name. I wouldn't have that any other way either. What do you mean you're missing your middle name? I see 3 names in there, dude. You can't have more than 3. If anything, go Brazilian, dude, and just pick one. Just one. I'm missing my middle name. I see 3 names up there. You lying right to my face, dude. All right, good luck with it. Your 2 last. How do you fill out legal documents? Like, if you go to like get a license, you're taking up the max amount of characters on whatever form they give you. And especially at the DMV, you know, they're cheery people. I'm sure they're totally not shaking their heads every time. I mean, Dom, you do have a long name, kind of like me. For my middle name, if I did my middle name like fully spelled out, I would max out a form. That's why I just do middle initial. And the reason why I do middle initial is because my grandpa who passed away is who I was named after. Lonnie, I haven't seen you in so long. How are you? How you doing, Lonnie? Lonnie, I gotta hit you up because I think I need more emotes. You still lurk a lot? Well, always happy to see you. I hope everything's going well with you. Anybody who has a pulse in here, drop Lonnie a follow. Also, Lonnie made all of like the sub badges and our emotes. More of the sub badges, though. That is for sure. You're on the wrong count. I'm sorry. I'll do a shout out when you come back on the Reddit account. You were talking about how you're one of. Oh, absolutely. We're good? Okay. Just making sure. Because I can shout out your other account. What you been doing lately, Lonnie? What games you been playing? Because I was just talking about how today, like, I've been playing DayZ on the gaming channel, but I wanted to switch it up. And I went back to Counter-Strike, and it was like even worse with cheating. You're too lazy? All right, all good. I do appreciate the raid, though. You been playing Overwatch, Palworld, and League? Gotcha. Who you been playing in League these days? I'm a big fan of this card. And there's a little Wimpod right there. I always go back to League whenever there's Earth mode. And then one day when I log in and then Earth mode is gone, I just close the game and I don't open it. Because I get sad. Sona and Morg are your mains? Support main. Listen, good supports are hard to come by. think you were around, Lonnie, when me and my friends joined. Like, it was supposed to be like it was a tournament, like a LAN tournament for League, where anyone could join, and then legitimate like college teams showed up, like kids who got scholarships, and we got absolutely destroyed. But it was so fun. No, I'm not against playing League. Literally, our first game was like, I forgot what the school was, but I remember Robert Morris was there. It was a fun experience. Wouldn't have like traded that experience for anything. But I was a little bit upset that like the top prize was like $200, and we got college teams coming out to like compete, which I promise you was a net loss for them. Your best case, you're gonna win like $200. Every now and then you get games against Masters, and I'm abundantly aware. Well, it's just when you get to a certain level of play, every movement is significant. I'm good. I've made it to like plat before. I think I made it to diamond at one point. But it's just a different level of play. You're either hitting all your skill shots or none of them, every time the game starts. The key with hitting the skill shots, like especially Morgana, is you don't try to overthink it. I remember last time I hardcore played, I was literally just playing Vigar mid every game and just carrying. And that's like I had like a really high win rate. I would just stack my AP and one shot people. Love playing against Morgana as Vel'Koz, just ruined their day. I love playing brand support, which is like not really a support. You pretty much just like steal kills, get fed. I just stayed away from bottom lane because it's you're always getting camped by the enemy team, and you're like never getting help, but like expected to carry. You fear exactly two champs and only two champs, Fizz and Pike. That's fair. We're getting a lot of hits this break. But yeah, last time I played, I would literally just play Vigar mid every game. I remember at one point, though, I hadn't played for a while, so like my MMR reset all the way down to like 0 again. And to climb out of bronze, I played Teemo mid, and I won every game. I just set up shrooms for split pushing and just macro played. Noibat. I mean, Lonnie, I played League since like I think season 2. Season 2, I was full degen, and I was horrible at the game, though. Takes a little bit to like learn how to be good. That was back when like they had the threes ranked and threes map. Kind of sad that they took it away. That's where we hit diamond. Bro, these one boxers are just, look at this. Looks like a feast back there. Shout out to the one time you drunkenly played League, locked in Teemo, what, 17 and 4. Hey, if you go back and like look at like my like league stats, there was one season where my win rate with Teemo was like 95%. And I played him like every game. But I played him the right way. You don't try to team fight because you're not a team fighter. You literally control the way the lanes push by shrooming the lane, and then minions will run into him and it turns lanes, keeps it pushed, and you take the 1v1s. Also, like, you shroom, like, just for map vision and whatnot. Take teleport, and when people are grouping, you take advantage of it. And if you drag more than one person to your lane, you already won the game for your team. Also dark. Ryan. Making us a little bit excited here, seeing Umbreon. Colorless. Noibat is, or Noivern is not a card you see all the time either. More for you, Juan. But other than that, Lonnie, how's life? It's been a... I think last time I remember talking to you was when I was at the townhouse, which was the last house I was in. Since then, I bought a house in Wisconsin. I've been here for like 5 years. Maybe you were around for it. But I feel like I remember you more distinctly when I was in the townhouse during like COVID era. Very nice break. All right, how are we looking for 2 and how are we looking for 3? We get by and keep life not so chaotic when we can, one day at a time, one hurdle at a time, keeping your chin up. Hey, it's all you can do. And Lonnie, we've talked plenty of times. You got a good head on your shoulders. You're awesome. You shouldn't worry about anything. Take it from me, Lonnie, like, it's definitely been an interesting 5 years. Especially more recently, but despite that, everything's great. And it's been, I'm all the better for it. And that's me talking about, like, life straight up. big picture and all that. I love that for sure. But no, for real, I think I need more sub badges. I need to hit you up for that because we definitely hit like the last sub badge a while ago, but I've just been busy. All right, we got 5 left on the next 2 breaks. I'll wait to see if we can fill them because you guys see how much heat is coming out of these breaks. All spots taken get entries into the PSA card I'm going to give away at the end. Absolutely. So playing League, living life. What else? Also, Lonnie, I remember saying to you, you ever need to put me on your resume, just tell me what position that you want on the resume, and when they call me, they'll be begging for you to answer. I do remember that conversation. You want to be operations manager? Whatever. You're putting a lot more time into getting an online store going and learning to draw characters. Nice. I suck at drawing, so definitely. I got you. For me, obviously, Pokemon's awesome. Business has been great, and just diversifying myself kind of insulates me from everything. But believe you me, sometimes stuff takes time. But if you're passionate about it and are putting forth effort, that's like more than half the battle. Holy moly, to what? That conversation was definitely with you. I wasn't imagining that. My washing machine is done venting. All right, I'm going to grab the graded card for the giveaway. Give you guys a couple more minutes to maybe grab spots and fill these up because they're close to filling. If not, all good. We had a fantastic night. We made a really good time in that feast. Also, Lonnie, we were talking about like what games I'm going to be playing next, and Gears of War is definitely up there. I really hope it lives up to the hype. Gonna play Pokemon Ultra Moon soon. Ultra Moon. I think I did play that when it was out. A little bit older, huh? All right, looks like somebody's grabbing some spots. If everyone on the website grabbed a spot, it would be full, by the way. Just letting everybody know. Dodrio. I don't know if I have the proper Pokeball for that. You you never go to play Gen 7, it's the main series that you skipped. I played Scarlet and Violet, and when I realized that I had already beaten the game by literally just not even reaching the first gym, and they gave you this area where you could literally just level your Pokemon to max level and catch any Pokemon you wanted, I lost all motivation to play that one. You're missing Fabio Professor Oak, I do know that. But Gen 7, Team Skull honestly is top tier. Guzma, awesome character. And I liked the feel of Team Skull. And the cards were sick. In terms of like having like an antagonist in the story, very good. I played Sun and Moon and then Ultra Sun and Ultra Moon. And my understanding is like the main difference was that the Ultra Beasts were more a part of the game. This song slaps, by the way. You're gonna like this one, Gilbert. This is Skrillex, by the way. Kind of came out of nowhere. All right, somebody was checking out on the website and is apparently just kind of lost in the sauce right now. But in regular Sun and Moon, the Ultra Beasts were in the game, were they not? Or was it like not until they did Ultra Sun and Ultra Moon? Oh, I think we got a newcomer in here. Let's go. All right, we got to fill up break 2 for a newcomer. 4 spots left. I'll wait for it. Oh, maybe not. You've had a lot of other orders. Just been a minute. Ultra had more into it, but in a way felt the same, maybe because of the fuse on Solgaleo and Lunala. They're like, I think Solgaleo and Lunala had higher forms too, and they were pretty sick. Bro, I miss Ultra Prism, but it's hard to miss something that like literally it was just gone on release. How much is a box of Ultra Prism worth? That's probably a good question. Let me look that up. Hold up. Because that was like one of the lowest print runs I think I've ever seen. What the hell is it called? Ultra Prism booster box. Sealed. $1,300, $1,500, 16. Damn, dude, someone bought one for like 500. That seems very low. Do I have any left? Dude, we opened them all the first day of release because that was all that there was left. All right, another spot taken in two. Almost full. Or no, it was taken in three. I don't know why, but oh, I see why. Because you don't have a spot in it, Frankie. All right, both have four spots left. Gonna give it a couple more minutes. What's surprising to me though, Gilbert, is those the boxes from Ultra Prism should be very, very expensive because I know how much don't like the population of them is not existent. The set came like either right after Crimson or there was a set in between it. And Crimson was so hated that it made Ultra Prism have like nothing in terms of production. I think Ultra Prism was the least amount of boxes I ever received on a release, and it was just gone like the same day. And mind you, you then have 3 months until the next set. I remember like how crazy that was. I feel like people are slow to realize like what is actually abundant and what's not. Couple more minutes. We got 4 spots left in the last two. It will be too late once these sets now are gone. Well, holiday sets are been gone. Dragon Majesty was short lived too, but underappreciated. Ultra Prism had Gold Solgaleo and Gold Lunala. I don't know if it had Necrozma. I thought Necrozma was a different set. Maybe it did have Necrozma. I don't think it did though. It had a Lily too that was hyper rare, I think, which was really sick. You think Dragon Majesty had Ultra Necrozma? I know Dragon Majesty had um Dragonite, I think, or Salamence. I think there. I'm almost positive there was a Dragonite. So what's the Lily from Confirmed Gold Necrozma was in Dragon Majesty? What dragon types were in there? Was it Salamence or was it Dragonite or both? Because like that was like the whole gimmick, which honestly, like Necrozma being in there didn't really make sense. Because Necrozma wasn't dragon type in that set. I think it was psychic or like fighting. Both? That's pretty sick, honestly. Hopefully that means because we haven't seen Dragon in the more recent sets, that like they're priming up another big Dragon set. Could be the case. What, the holiday one? It looks like maybe some more spots are about to get taken, but I'm not sure. Maybe not. Or maybe yes. Cubone. Yeah, it looks like there's maybe some more spots being taken right now. I'm gonna wait. Not that I'm in a rush. The playlists do be popping off, dude. Hips don't lie, dude. All right, another spot got taken in 2. 3 left. I will wait for 3 to fill, or 2 to fill. Three left is like I gotta wait for it to fill now. All right, 2 spots left. All right, 2 left. Let's just get it done. The God Pack could be right in here, dude. Imagine we had to wait for this to fill, and the God Pack's just waiting. for a booster box giveaway. Because when we had a booster box, or when we had a god pack, when we had a booster box, when we had a god pack, everyone in that break just automatically gets entered for to win a booster box. Hasn't happened yet. We're very overdue for it. Tomas. Dude, there's one part in Deadpool, Gilbert, where he's like counting down the kills, and he gets to the 5, and he's like, "Me gusta cinco." I laughed so hard because I forgot about it. Do we get to choose the booster box? You get to get a free booster box of what I have on hand, and that is reasonable and current, which I think is more than reasonable, considering booster boxes are pretty few and far between. It's full. Let's go. Juan understands, dude. Juan says, "Give me the heat," and I respect it. Honestly, Juan, before you faded into the darkness last time you started, like, it was like during COVID, I still remember your name was a name to be feared. Whenever you were in the break and you had fire, you're getting Zards. Like, I remember that so vividly. Oh, now you guys are filling up the next one. Okay. I see how it is. You make me wait, but that's fine. I'm patient. I'll open them both. I don't care. Juan, whenever you focus in on getting the trainer spot, like saying it, I feel like you're jinxing yourself. Say you don't want trainer, then you're going to get it. Just got 2 spots in break 3. Let's go, dude. We already did the feast. We already did break 1. And what's up, Technique? Love you, dude. I was just reminiscing about the old raid days, dude. You love me more? It'd make me cry, dude. Tears of joy. All games suck right now, Technique. We've been playing DayZ. That's like the only game that's good right now. I went back to Counter-Strike for one or 2 games. I think it's gotten worse since I stopped playing. I haven't sold them yet, but I'm definitely at the stage of probably uninstalling, which I should probably sell my skins. I have a knife and gloves. DayZ has been the only game that, like, we still enjoy, but the servers we play on, the wipes are like 3 weeks, which is way too short. And people just burn out the first week of playing, and then the servers die. What's up, Krim? I feel like I've been seeing less of you, dude. I was telling Tetsnick, I was like, yo, did something happen to Krim? Does he hate me now? I did see you invited me to a raid at some point. Was that today? You know what I'm hyped for, Technique? That could turn everything all around in the gaming? Oh, I got you. All good. I just updated in like recently. If you live in the US, Technique, you can bet your bottom dollar that that shipping is included. What you pay for what you get. That's it. There's no hidden fees or nothing. But what could turn it around for the gaming tech, and hopefully it lives up to the hype, is Gears of War coming out in October. That's my mic drop. Be careful, Krim. You're in enemy territory down there. Be about your surroundings. Buckets, dude. Reach out, not on here. For sure. Me gusta cinco. I forgot that part in Deadpool, and I was laughing so hard today. If you don't know what I'm talking about, Gilbert, just look it up. Also, let's fill up the next break for my boy Technique. And Tech, because you bought in, you're automatically entered into a PSA giveaway that I'm doing. Two more spots left. That's it. Fill it up. Let's get this God Pack tonight already. Also, if I pull a God Pack in the breaker in Technique, automatically only the people in that break are eligible to win a booster box. Happens immediately. That's in any break. You're going through your cards the other day. You got some solid cards from 2020. Absolutely, you should. It's always a smart move. Coming from a person who has literally thousands of graded cards. Which, dude, I've been looking through my collection. We got some cards that I definitely shouldn't just have, on display, so to speak. But I ain't really worried about that because we secure up in here. That's all I gotta say. And your boy never sleeps. I have some cards that are really low pop too. The Mamones. Pistolero. What I really wish Pokemon would do again, though, is I have the Mario and Luigi Pikachus, the entire set graded. And I wish they did more collaborations like that. We never got them in the US. They're Japanese, obviously. It's such a no-brainer. I think you DM'd me, Tech, and I answered you. It's just my Discord is flooded. Crash Bandicoot? I don't know about that, dude, but do another Super Mario collab. The Mario and Luigi Pikachus are some of the sickest cards in my collection. It's so unique. Like, you don't expect it. That was in 2024? Why did I get the notification from that message, like, recently? That is so weird. Like, legit, my Discord pinged with that message. I thought it was, like, recent. Unless it was a message saying, like, something about your collection, or it was somebody else from our guild. Redboat, thank you for that follow. Appreciate you. I think I still have my WoW sub active. I'm not going to lie to you. I haven't even opened that game. You're just getting my money for free every month. We got some stuff in the safe, dude. That's all I got to say. Those are retirement boxes, dude. Boxes that pay off houses. I'm in no rush to move those boxes. What, the Zard? You could say Zard, dude. It's not like Voldemort. You could say his name. That first edition Zard is... Obviously, I'm going to leave it to my kids. God willing, I have them, but... I mean, that would be a sick card to be buried with, for being real, but it would be such a waste. Tech, this is the way to get back into it. Let's be real. You getting spots today was a very smart decision. This break has like 9 different sets in it. I think people don't realize it every time. But it's summer. It's... considering that, everything is still like really good. It was, it's either a 5 or a 6. Gilbert. Listen, dude, people get picky about Pitch Black, but I promise you a year from now, people will be looking for Pitch Black. I try not to be, and I'll admit if I'm wrong, but I have nothing to gain by lying. Been in the game 10 years now, dude. It's been a while. The reason why you were seeing Pitch Black only, though, was because it's, you know, it's just released. Newest set. The best time to get sets is right when they come out, because production levels are at an all-time low. I haven't seen improvement at all. And that was due to 2 years ago. Because people got really picky during Scarlet and Violet. And what is it? Not Paradox Rift. Paldea Evolved? The second Scarlet and Violet. That Magikarp skyrocketed. All of a sudden, they like the set. I feel like at this point, if you've been in the game, or at least watch me, like, you're going to be aware of the patterns. I should regrade it? I don't know. That's a risky card to reslab, dude. Yo, colorless. Juan, why are we not surprised? Clamperl, water. I'll tell you a story in DM's technique about like just recent like come ups. There's just one page. I mean, I know how to handle cards, Gilbert. I've cracked slabs before. I just don't like the idea. Even if you are as careful as you can be with a card, as human beings, even if you don't make the mistake, someone else might. In transit or at PSA. You could end up with a lower grade card. You know what I'm saying? I get what you're saying. Very common in sports cards, especially if there's like an autograph. It's usually on a sticker on the card. But there's ways, like if the autograph is off the sticker, it's going to get a bad grade. You could literally get like a magic eraser, Mr. Clean, and kind of like erase whatever's off the sticker. Yep. Like, if you sent a card to be graded and you got it back, mission accomplished. That, in my head, like, when you get into the cracking and reslabbing, especially if PSA is raising it to $80, it's not really a smart thing to do anymore. Audrey, your recent story, though, about getting a pack from me, from the bundles, opening it, getting a Zard, and then selling it is sick. Grading it and then selling it. It graded a 10, right? Solid brick. Population was only around 50 in the world. That's sick. Honestly, Audrey, you know how I am. That card I probably couldn't have parted with, but I get it. But I don't part with any cards in my collection. I could sell, like, a couple things from my collection and pay off the house, though. Which is very tempting, but I don't need to. All right, one more break. Let's go. And then giveaway at the end. Or after this. Thank you guys for filling everything tonight. Beautiful. Coming off of a release weekend, fantastic Friday. Technique, you got water and fire, dude. Honestly, pretty sick combo. I still haven't seen a gold Zard out of Ascended. Scrolling through DMs. Hypermarines and Vacation Fabios. That's fantastic. Vacation Fabio. That's Professor Oak, dude. Fabio Professor Oak, dude. Or no. Fabio was the other professor. I know exactly what you're talking about. Alright, let's open. I was going to grab a water, but I'm not even going to do it. I could wait till after. Fight through it. Alright. I'm not a Pokemon, dude. Oh, thank you. Yo, Alt Trainer. I haven't seen this card in a very long time. Audrey. Juan, that trainer spot, like, as soon as you focused on it, it's been dodging you. Fighting right off the bat. But you're still getting hits, Juan, so that's all that matters. Yeah, but even you being quiet, dude, the universe knows that you're paying attention to it. I've seen it happen every time. Especially when people are trying to avoid spots. They get it every time. So maybe try to avoid trainer. That's how you get it every time. But I like you switching up the strat. You're like, maybe he's right. Maybe if I be quiet, but you're still thinking about it. There's always a spot that people don't like want, but the spot usually ends up being really good anyway. Psychic. Fire, my boy. Technique comes in, you already get some heat on the board. Very nice. From the new set. And I caught Appleton. Dark. I also started adding up my packs opened because I haven't updated it. I haven't updated it in a very long time, but I will update it. We might have hit 1 million packs open, to be honest. Colorless. I feel like I've never really seen this slacking either. Blaziken, more fire for your boy. Technique, you come in out of nowhere and you're already popping off. Grass. Hyro, very nice. This break's got a little bit of something for everybody. More fire. Tech, what are you doing, dude? Are you hacking? You got aimware? You got aimbot? Maybe the premium aimbot, not even like the free one. Grass. Got aimbot, he says. I love it. I'll tell you who has aimbot is everybody playing on Counter-Strike, that's for sure. Yep. Literally, I played the first game, 100% they were walling, and we still won. And second game, it was just blatant. When we were on T side, it was just like 5 people on a site at all times. Me dying as soon as I look away every time. That game is not on a good trajectory. There's a lot of bots and a lot of lawsuits. A lot of cheaters, too. That's a Master Ball for Dark. Alexander, very nice. Solid break. Tech, welcome back, dude. You come in and you just pop off. Good break for everybody. All right, let me see who wins this PSA card. And that is it for this evening, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you very, very much for you guys filling everything up. Solid break. I think you got hits from 3 different sets, too, which is like, obviously, if you've been out of the game for a while, that's the way to do it. Then hollows and reverse hollows. Obviously, those who were in the feast get triple entries because feast is bigger. All right. I'm going to randomize it 1 time. That's it. Whoever's on top gets the graded card. One time. Audrey, you are the winner. Congrats to you. All right, let's see what you got. Charizard, Burning Shadows, PSA 8. Gorgeous. Burning Shadows Zard, Audrey. Very, very good. All right, guys. I'm going to post breaks for Monday. But other than that, have a good weekend. Love every single one of you. Technique, always stop by, dude. You're always welcome. And everyone else, obviously. Gaming channel, potentially Sunday. Got to see how this weekend is. Might be a little busy. But other than that, back here Monday.